The nice thing about Michigan is we've got the manufacturing resource, capability, capacity to make the wind turbines. We've got excellent wind resource to use the wind turbines, so we've got that going for us. And there's only a few states that are actually better at doing both of those than us. So we're in the top 5. We may be third or fourth in the country, have that combination of the manufacturing know-how and infrastructure and the wind resource to use them. With that in mind, training a workforce to work in this industry is really no different than training them to work in the automobile or aerospace industry or any of the other high-tech industry. The same core competencies apply, but you kind of have to jumpstart the effort somehow. So we've got 2 or 3 activities going. I mentioned the wind turbine manufacturing group that we started a few years ago, and now that is run by the Next Energy organization over in Detroit. About 2 years ago, I started a consortium for the 5 research universities in the state, so Michigan State, University of Michigan, Wayne State, Michigan Tech, and Western, and we're headquartering that here on research needs and opportunities to support the renewable and alternative energy market in general, but our initial focus is on the wind turbine manufacturing since that has the most going for it now. And so that consortium, a company can contact us or any one of the institutions, and we can identify people at those 5 institutions or other places or people we know that can help with a particular research project. Most activity right now is centered on the blade manufacturing, because that tends to be a bottleneck. These blades on the very large wind turbines are very large and difficult to transport. There are some manufacturing and design issues associated with those, and materials issues too. What materials go into the blade. And that seems to be getting the most attention right now, but other areas like just the typical machining of the metal pieces, the tower construction, the materials that go into those, the quality on the gearboxes that we mentioned, those are all important things. Now the large wind turbines tend to be very large, the components tend to be very large. They're difficult to move because they weigh so much, and physically in size they're large. So there's some issues associated with measuring some of the tolerances on these large structures. These large structures will deform under their own weight because they're so big. So there's issues about the quality control aspects. So there's lots of opportunities there. So that's kind of on the research end. On the other end, more on the training and technician side, we partnered with Kalamazoo Valley Community College and their MTech, their Technical Education Center, to create a wind energy center. And that would involve, our first phase is putting up a wind turbine. We're working on, we got a meeting tomorrow morning actually to review proposals for a 50 kilowatt unit. So that would be about 25 times larger than what we have here. And as part of that wind energy center, they're putting together a curriculum to train people for construction, maintenance, operation, repair of wind turbines. So that'll all be happening later this year.